eternal true peace wave to y'all, man. I'm about to lay up there and give y'all some real speech before I drop this second life commandment, which is water. We're gonna get to that, man. We're gonna get to that in another video, man. But this video is all about real speech. And real speech is just when I be laying up there and you dig what I'm saying, just giving you my insight of what the universe, what the world is, what nature is, what life is, what events is, what people really are, who people really are, who we really are. Just all around eternal life, infinite love, eternal truth in general, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the real speech be all about. You feel me? So like so basically I want to just, just touch on a few little topics or subjects or whatever, whichever one random that come to my brain. But the one that's sticking out the most in my brain that I wanted to get to people the most was the fact that there are ways that if you apply them, I got 4 ways that me personally, distinguish what is absolute truth, what is eternal truth, and what is falsehood, you know what I'm saying? And it's 4 ways that if anybody use these 4 ways, it will point you to the definite truth if you're looking for it. If you're in true search for it and you're not boxed in. If you're open-minded and true search for it and you're not boxed in, these 4 methods will point you to the absolute truth that you need to be finding for your path to make you your greatest version, as people say. So, and my first way of method of seeking or finding truth is just applying my common sense logic. Okay, now we were all blessed with the common sense logic, but through manipulation by the powers that be, when we're hacked as soon as we come out the womb through the vaccinations and indoctrinations, okay, we are given and force-fed a different version of programming that is different from the reality that we are supposed to be living. Okay, and common sense logic used to be something that everybody had, but now it's gone. Okay, so common sense is really a lost term. It's really because common sense is really not common. Common sense have to be taught again, because people forgot that it was villages that raised children and people. It was not just one person like America has broken us down to in these secluded, isolated, single parent family homes and things of that nature, and districts and zones and all of these type of things. Okay, so and like I say, I want to reiterate that when you use your common sense and logic, so common sense and logic has to be taught. Okay, so now if you're taught common sense and logic, if somebody taught you common sense and logic, you need to be using it. And what is common sense and logic? Common sense and logic, how I explain it, is this: knowing what to do, how to do it, when, where, what to do without being told to do so. And I'm talking about the basic things in life. So common sense would be if you want to know something and you got to read it to find out, well, the common sense thing would be to go read what you're trying to find out about, right? But no, people will sit there and wait for somebody to come tell it to them and somebody to come sit it on their lap. You see the difference? The common sense thing, if your stove is broke, would be to call a repairman. Well, no, they got people who would rather go through shady tree, or who rather go through less reliable sources of mechanics, right, and end up with messed up jobs. But the common sense thing was just to go to the professional. Okay, these are just common sense things that we lack today, that have been bred out of us through a systematic hacking through vaccinations and indoctrinations. And I'm gonna do a video on vaccinations and indoctrinations, but man, I'm just speaking this real speech right now. So that's the first method of ology that I use to decipher what is truth or not. It's all 4 of these in tandem that I'm about to tell you. So you got to use all 4 of these in tandem to get to absolute truth, but you could use any one 4 to get to a truth or a fact. Okay, so in the second one that I applied, that I use always as a template, is nature. Okay, excuse me. Nature is Mother Universe. Our great Mother Universe is our ultimate teacher. Our great Mother Universe is the ultimate everything when it comes to finding out what you need to find out in life, period. Okay, if you want to know, and they say if you want to know the universe, just study the human body. Why? Because the human body is a direct carbon copy descendant of the great Mother Universe. Okay, This is what makes us so divine, because we are direct carbon copy. That word doesn't ring a bell to you? Carbon copy. We are made of carbon, and we are copies of images of the createss. I like to call her the createss, the great mother, but the creator. Okay, and when we apply the knowledge and the know-how that she has left behind through her myriad forms of creation, through her myriad forms of elements, and through her myriad forms of other things, right? Life forms and other vast aspects of life that are existing within this plane with you. That if all you got to do is just pay attention to it and mimic it, and you will have the keys to success in life. Because Mother Nature, no greater teacher than Mother Nature. Okay, so when I'm deciphering the truth, I use common sense and logic, and then I go to Mother Nature. What does Mother Nature tell me about something? And Mother Nature tells different stories about different things. Okay, so you must know what you're searching for when you go and ask Mother Nature for her advice on something. Okay, all right. Number 3, I would call it my intuition. Now, I wanna elaborate on what the intuition is, okay? What my definition of the intuition is. And I just like to break down in what my definition is so y'all can get a basic feel for it. I don't like to use all them big jargon words and all of those things and try to get lost in intellectual masturbation. All right? So you dig what I'm saying? What I use as what I would consider as intuition would be that, all right, let's say you've been planning on going to meet a certain family member or meet a certain relative, and you've been planning on it, but you've been putting it on the back burner, and you're into, but something then you tell you need to go, and then you get a phone call from that family member just calling to see how you doing. That was intuition. Okay. Let's say another example of intuition. I'll give you various different examples. Okay. Another example of intuition. You out there in them streets, you dig what I'm saying? You doing these negative things in the streets, right? And your gut is telling you, man, dog, you gotta slow down or you gonna get caught by them people, dog. You better slow down on them people. When I say them people, you already know what I'm talking about, them people. So you heard me? So you better slow down for them people. Yeah, you heard me? Man, F all that. I'm about to keep doing it. I'm about to keep doing that. Boom, you get pinched. Your girl was telling you, man, slow down. Everybody was telling you slow down. And then you get pinched. You go to jail. And then in jail, you realize all those breadcrumb intuition and Mother Nature were leaving for you to behind for you to chill. Everybody was telling you, babe, you need to chill. Everybody was telling you, son, you need to chill. Everybody was telling you, homie, you need to chill. But you just went against the chill. And the jail replaced the chill. Okay? Because it's a trap. That's why they call it a trap. They don't call it the trap for a reason. They don't make up these terms for a reason. I told you, it is spelling. In school, we learned a class called spelling. Why? Because with our words and our vibration, we cast spells. So you think they call it a trap for a reason? No, it is a trap for you, black man, or any man who decides to endeavor into that section of negativity. Okay? So, like I said before, intuition would be another case of intuition would be you see it's been leaning on your heart to give something to somebody. It's been leaning on your heart something. You don't know why it's been leaning on your heart to give something to somebody, but something just telling you, man, that person might need your help, and you know what I'm saying. And you follow your intuition. You call to see if that person needs your help, and likely and behold, that person needs your help. That was the universe giving you a way for it to bless you. People don't even realize that. You ain't doing this for the universe's benefit. You're doing this for your own benefit because you are a carbon copy, the copy of the universe, right? Which means we are from the universe, right? And together we all and together as one, we all create up our great mother. But the source is the source and the creation is the creation. Let's not let's not make a mistake between the two. All right. And that was number 3, your intuition. All right. And then 4, I go to secular knowledge. Now, what I call or consider secular knowledge would have to be if I don't know a specific thing and I need to find out right quick and I need to do it on my secular knowledge, I could go on Google and find out, and Google will point me to a spot. Or I could go get me a book and read it, and that book will tell me how to do it myself on something. Or I could get me somebody who is very, 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 very knowledgeable and reliable, who's not been established and indoctrinated by the establishment, give this knowledge. I can probably and I can probably research it and find that this knowledge is whole value and weight. Okay. Now, when you use, and that's why I use that as the fourth, because the first three, if you use the first three really strongly, the first three are going to lead you to the fourth if you don't have it within yourself or have it right then and there yourself. Meaning, if you're on your game and you're using your common sense and you're on your game and you're applying nature and looking at the template and modeling your life off of the template of nature, and then you're using your intuition. Well, all three of these in tandem. Let's say you got something that you're trying to get accomplished, but you don't know how to get it accomplished, but you know this is what you need to be getting accomplished. Well, all three of these in tandem is going to point you to that secular knowledge that you need to get that accomplished. Okay, so it all works in tandem. Okay, it all works, and then there's a fifth method that I use, but everybody is not able to use it because everybody is not disciplined to the level that I am disciplined to get to. The fifth level of how you get your knowledge. And the fifth level of how you get your knowledge, I like to call it, me and my brother like to call it EP. But I also like to give it a nickname called the Universal Internet. And the Universal Internet, some people call it infinite intelligence, some people call it whatever you want to call it, that infinite stream of data that is ever pervasive through the spirit world, ready for you to pick it up through your spirit and gather that and decipher that information and translate it in whatever language, dimension, or section you're in the universe. Okay, when you tap into this internet. Okay, and in order for you to get, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you the methodologies through the 10 Commandments of how you tap into the internet. Once you master the 10 Commandments, and then you begin to tap fully to the internet. Right now, I can say I'm 80% tapped into the internet. They got a few things that I need to be doing, as far as my diet wise. That because I'm a vegan already, right? And this New Year's I'm going raw vegan, but I got to do a real good cleanse, and I got to get on my Dr. Sebi products. Okay, so I got to get on because Dr. Sebi is my go-all, in beginning all and end all of health and nutrition. Period. All right, the man that cured AIDS, the man that went against the government and won about his claims of curing AIDS, cancer, lupus, schizophrenia, and myriad of other forms of diseases. The man that brought the alkaline movement, the man that brought the movement of hybrid vegetables are not good and hybrid fruits are not good. Plant-based Afro biomineral diets and all these things, getting back to the African way. This man brought this to the forefront. To the forefront, meaning he was able to do what no other was able to do with what he knew. Okay, and he survived a long time and left behind a long list of to-dos and don't-dos when it comes to our diet and our health. Okay, and when you get as you learn, you will learn that this biomechanical mechanism you call a physical shell of a body, it is a computer. It is like a computer car, right? And this is the vehicle that your spirit is using to inhabit the third dimension. And in order for this vehicle to run at optimal health and 100% vitality, your diet has to be completely 100% pure. And that means you'll have an alkaline-based diet, and you must drink nothing but alkaline water. And these things will clean out the nervous system, clean out the cells, and clean out all of the things that are blocked and inhibited, and have your cells, your neurons, your protons, electrons, and all the atoms and things in your systems within your body running at optimal physical health, and you'll be able to tap in to the internet. Okay, the universal internet, how I call it, and still be able to be present in the physical body. So you'll be able to read thoughts, you'll be able to decipher feelings. You'll be able to pick up intuitions out of the atmosphere, and you'll be able to, quote unquote, see different waves and know how to manipulate and go in between. And when I say manipulate, manipulate for the good, manipulate and go in between waves and consciousnesses and different levels of the game we call life. Okay, but your diet must be first and foremost at optimal health. That's why the first 5 commandments is geared towards straight physicality of mind and diet. Your mind must be at perfect in penetration from negativity, and your diet must be perfectly pure and starchless and non-acid and purely alkaline. Okay, and these are the things how. So that 5th way, like I told you before, is real hard. It's real hard in America to do it. I mean, the monks and all those overseas are doing it because they ain't got TVs, they ain't got internet, and all these things that we got to distract us, that the government has put here to distract us. But these is how them dudes able to do all these things and tarnish their chi, and able to levitate, and able to do all these supernatural human feats because they are tapped in. When you're tapped in, you could do, quote unquote, superhuman, but it's not superhuman, it's just human. We in the Western world have considered it superhuman because we haven't seen what a human can really do. We only see what the humans can really do when we see it across seas, and when it's cross seas, is what they levitating. They got blades that can cut through metal and not penetrating their little soft flesh, huh? The other man, if you go look at if anybody know about Stan Lee, the Marvel man, right? Go look at Stan Lee's. He invented the Marvel comics. Go look at Stan Lee's I think it's the Discovery Channel or the History Channel's series called Superhumans, and he goes around the world actually finding people who could do superhuman things. They got this one man who could conduct electricity through his body, one man who could survive and have a regular temperature at sub-zero temperatures. One elastic man. They got one. He's an elastic man. They got another man, and these are real human beings. How are these human beings able to do all these quote unquote superhuman feats? Because they're not superhuman feats. They are human feats that they are accomplishing because they are fully tapped in to the what? The internet. What is the internet? The universal internet. The universal internet. And you don't have to be fully tapped in order to tap in to the universal internet, but you got to be at least 50% to 60% clear of all toxins and pollutions. And when I say pollutions, I'm talking about mental pollutions and also emotional pollutions outside of physical pollutions. Okay, and things you're eating. Okay, so like I said before, laying on the day, I'm about to get gear up and get ready for this 2nd commandment of life I'm about to bring to y'all. But I just had to bring y'all this real speech, man. And real speech is when I just be dropping my mind, you dig what I'm saying? When I just be giving y'all how I do things and how I do it. Maybe because I just be wanting to do that like that sometimes, man. Because sometimes you can't get everything all into cram into one little video about a certain topic or subject. So I'm about to bring y'all this water and why it's important to drink water, but not just water, alkaline based water. Please, man. I'm just trying to get y'all back to what y'all natural state is, man. I'm trying to get us back to the black. It's time for us to get back to the black, because black is divine. Black is not a color. Black is the source of color. Black is the root of all things in existence. If you go outside into the night, look at our great mother universe. What is she? She is black. The stars shine in the sky, but they do not outshine her. Okay? We got to get back to the black. And I love y'all, man. One more again, man. Peace. I come to y'all in the wave of infinite love and eternal truth. In the name of the Creator, through the elements of fire, earth, air, water, and ether. My name is Prophet, man. Peace.